Okay, so you think you understand Amazon. You picture the brown cardboard boxes piling up on suburban porches, the delivery vans idling in traffic, the massive concrete fulfillment centers glowing at 2 in the morning. You see millions of cheap plastic goods crossing the ocean to arrive at your door in exactly 48 hours. Fair enough, that is what it looks like from the outside. Here is the problem. The everything store you see every day is actually a mirage, and the reason is a silent digital machine you never interact with. Amazon Retail barely makes money. The real engine generates $24 billion in pure operating profit, and it lives entirely in the dark. Watch how the money actually flows, and you'll see the retail store is just a very expensive decoy. So where does the actual empire live? It's not in the warehouses, it's in the server farms. Back in the early 2000s, Amazon was drowning in its own growth. To survive the holiday shopping rushes, a small team of engineers realized they had to buy massive amounts of computing power, most of which sat completely idle for the other 10 months of the year. They had built a massive digital infrastructure just to keep their own store online. Then they realized they could rent out that dead space to everyone else. They called it Amazon Web Services. Now, look at what it costs to enter this game. Building a global network of data centers is not like opening a chain of grocery stores. You're laying undersea fiber optic cables. You're negotiating dedicated power grids with local governments. You are pouring concrete for server farms the size of regional airports. The capital expenditure is staggering. By moving first, Amazon trapped the market before anyone else realized what was happening. They turned the internet into a utility. You don't build your own power plant to keep the lights on, and today you don't build your own servers to run a digital business. You just pay the toll. And how does that toll work? It's a metered drip. Every time a user clicks a button, loads a movie, or requests a ride, a tiny fraction of a cent is pulled from the company and handed to Amazon. The retail business operates on razor-thin margins, grinding out a few pennies on every dollar of revenue. But the cloud infrastructure runs on software and silicon. Once the cables are laid, the margins are huge. The cardboard boxes are just the public face. The real product is computing power. Okay, so what is the silent killer here? It's the lock-in. Once a company moves its data and software architecture into this ecosystem, leaving becomes financially catastrophic. It's like trying to change the foundation of your house while you're still living inside it. The drain is invisible. Startups get massive discounts to build on the platform, but as they grow, the data transfer fees quietly suffocate them. The counterintuitive engine is that Amazon wants you to succeed. The bigger you get, the more data you move, and the heavier your monthly bill becomes. The cloud is not weightless, it's an iron cage billed by the millisecond. Take Netflix. They built an absolute juggernaut of global streaming, fundamentally changing how the world consumes media. But they build the entire architecture entirely on Amazon Web Services. Every time you stream a movie, Netflix pays Amazon to deliver it. They won the streaming war, but Amazon collected the rent. Then look at Zynga, the early giant of social gaming. They tried to escape the system. They spent hundreds of millions building their own private data centers to stop paying the cloud toll. It was a structural collapse. Maintaining the hardware destroyed their agility. The market shifted to mobile, and the massive server farms became useless concrete anchors. They eventually crawled back. So the next time you rip open a cardboard box with a smile printed on the side, forget the cheap electronics inside. This is not a retail transaction. The entire global economy is now running on rented land. Either companies will realize the cloud is eating their margins and build localized hardware again, or they will accept that they are permanent tenants on a private estate. Do the math, the boxes arrive on the porch, but the real money never leaves the server.